Ready to go?
I am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. I am Frederick Convent. I am CFO and General Counsel of Proxistore. Tonight I'm here with Bruno van Boek, the founder and CEO of the company. Bruno is at the bar, can give you a live demonstration, so give him a beer. Not one beer per demonstration, but he will be glad to show you live what we can do. I will give you some background, and before I explain our value proposition, let me indicate two issues in the industry of web advertising. First of all, on this graph, you see elements that we all know, that the revenues of print newspapers advertising dramatically dropped. And we are all aware as well that the total revenues for digital advertisers went up. But you are probably less aware of the fact that the newspaper digital ad sales are rather flat. And so there is room for enhanced monetization of the online audience. And on the other hand, so there is also a need to optimize the management of the unused ad inventory for these publishers. Sorry, that's the wrong direction. So the second element that we want to indicate, and then we come into the heart of the matter of our story, is the fact that that a digital newspaper advertising does not promote enough local businesses. And we speak about local businesses, we think about stores, dealers, banks, agencies, etc. Radios and TV broadcasting and the old print newspaper do involve more such type of marketing tools. Whilst we should consider that today still 90% of purchases are made in portals, in physical point of sales. And amongst that number, about 40% are triggered by the overall internet. So the value proposition of Proxistore is bringing sales back into store, and therefore we have a concept and we have a solution. Concept is web to store, or what we call VOPO, view, online, purchase, offline. And we created therefore our own technical solution. That's a HTML5 based cascade system to geolocalize the customer or the internet user for those local web ads. And that's important for our business model here. For our business model, integrating in fact the three actors. The publishers that I indicated have to better manage the unused advertising space and to monetize the audience, but also the advertisers. They want to advertise local businesses with predefined zip codes or relevant catchment area. And the internet user is of course happy to see local information about local businesses when he is on the news information sites on the web. So what does it give? What does it show? Here we show you an example of lemonde.fr. You see the rectangle. In the rectangle, you see the rectangle of Proxistore, the black and yellow colors. There's an advertising of MediaMarkt. We have the same example, repeated sales from MediaMarkt coming on Dutch. If you click on the rectangle, you can see where the shop is located. You can indicate, so the advertiser can do it in communication of the catchment area in a circle, or he can do it by predefined zip code. We achieved to have about 80% of all the prime publishers in Belgium. And tonight I'm happy to announce you that tomorrow we will issue a press release, so this is a scoop for you, that we will have an agreement from real-time bidding for Germany. So the Proxistore rectangle will be on the Welt, on Bild and Spiegel and so on. Our ambition is to grow in all of Europe, to create a network. So next week, Bruno and I, we will be in Paris with Le Monde, with Lagardère and other publishers. Then we tackle the Netherlands, Poland, and if the situation calms down, we are ready to fly before the summer holidays to Turkey. Here in the States, we had a tremendous interesting week. We saw exciting prospects on the publisher side, and of course had some talks with VCs for the ongoing private placement. We have a dream team. As I told you, Bruno is the founder of this company. He has 18 years experience in the internet advertising, so it's a real survivor of the .com crisis. His company, BWeb, is a company with a tremendous growth story, with several years where dividends were paid to those investors. It's a serial entrepreneur. I have also the pleasure to work with Inge de Baats, who has robust and relevant sales experience. in groups like Rossell, Pershop Advertising and VAR. Myself, I had experience as CFO, not only in the VC side, but also as CFO and investor relations of NASDAQ-listed companies and Euronext-listed companies. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's, you know the drill. Hi, good evening. Could you just very clearly and quickly explain what is the product?
The product is in fact, is the rectangle that we that is let's say that is on the website of the publisher, and that rectangle is filled by the advertisers.
Advertising.
So our revenue
your advertising placement.
Absolutely. So yes, and a web-to-store concept. Yeah. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we got a question up here.
What's the difference with Google?
That's a good question. What I would say is, indeed, in the beginning, I said that 40% of the sales in the stores were also triggered by the internet. So there is advertising coming, geolocalized advertising coming from Google Ads, and even also you have also some geolocalization with Facebook. We are not a search engine company. We are not a social network. But what they are doing, I would say their technology could be harmed by the act that was debated and voted in the Senate Commission by Al Franken, and it's called the Location Privacy Protection Act. So that will reshuffle a bit the way of their functioning in geolocalization. We don't have that problem, as there is also, in fact, cookies that are asking the authorization of the zip code of the internet user. And he can also, if he wants, opt out from the cookie information.
Yeah. What is the business model, and any projections on business sales forecast? Thank you.
The business model, so as we said in the other question, is the revenue stream is coming from the advertisers. I can give you an indication. If we take Belgium and Germany, which is now let's say the core business of the heart of the matter of Proxistore, I can give you a projection of within 2015 will be around 20 million of revenues and a positive bottom line. And then, of course, the story starts case by case, country by country. It's a bit hard to do some ballparking at this stage about the revenues in those countries.
Sir, what about your mobile strategy as it relates to geocentric targeting? If you're in a neighborhood where there might be a sale going on, that you get a notification. Are you guys working on that at all?
In our technology, there is a mobile aspect included. However, in Europe, we see that those publishers on the mobile app application don't have that much advertising yet as they have on the PC, the fixed web situation. So it is included in our technology, but it's not let's say applicable right now.
What is the revenue share model? Like if somebody would advertise your advertisement on their platform and they would give you traffic, what is the revenue that you could share with the publisher?
First of all, that depends country by country. There are traditions where costs, let's say, for advertising is totally different in Belgium compared to, for instance, Spain or the Netherlands. Totally. So, for instance, I don't think I would go directly to Spain. I heard the figures 2 weeks ago when we were in Barcelona at the IB conference. I was not positively impressed. So it depends country by country. And then the sharing is also a bit, can depend also country by country. I can give you an indication, but I prefer to do that without a camera.
Yes.
I'm the CEO of Roularta. We have 350 shops in Belgium. How can I be sure that what I have put in that will bring me additional sales in my shop?
We have a system where you have information, and you can, for instance, with this rectangle, you have also a like button. So, and we have examples from SEAT that had a national campaign on one hand with a like button, and then they did a regional campaign, dealer per dealer. The impact was 94% higher with the Proxistore tool. So I'm convinced that your revenues, the number of customers coming to your Leonidas store, and by the way, these are excellent Belgian chocolates, will increase. We will talk later on in the evening, I'm sure.
Well, thank you so much. Proxistore.
Thank you.
Thank you.